Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and just government of the people, we beseech you to be all with your abundant favor, as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important tasks in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. You can sit, honorable members. Next order.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, motion and bills.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements, as listed in the appendix.
Chair Health.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. I want to give a response to the statement which was requested by one of our colleagues, member of Alocon, that is directed to the Department of Mental Services, in particular to Mary Spencer. The Speaker, you will allow me to read the response. This report presents the findings of a fact-finding mission to Mary Dispensary, our ward, Turkana Central constituency. Following a request for the statement by the County Assembly of Turkana, Reverend Member of the Assembly, CM, WSG/3/44. Kamakumbe dispensary was initiated during the 2022-2023 financial year. It is expected to be completed and operationalized by now. However, the project remains 70% complete with significant structural, plumbing, wiring, sanitation, and finishing works pending. The contractor firm, Ikunza and Mila Construction Company Limited, has received Kenya shillings 5.7 million of the 8.7 million contract sum, leaving and citing 1. Preventable deaths due to lack of immediate health care services, long trekking distances to the nearest health facility, and manned emergencies, especially maternal and child health related cases. The assessment team recommends urgent financial and administrative and political interventions to fast track completion of the facility, ensure its operationalization, and respond to the community their health needs. Preamble. In response to the County Assembly request, the Office of the Chief Officer of Medical Services found it necessary to constitute a fact-finding team to undertake an on-site assessment and provide a comprehensive report. The decision was devastated by concern that the NOMINEES dispensary constructed during the 2022-2023 financial year was expected to have been completed and apologized by now, but it remains incomplete. To provide accurate, evidence-based information to guide further administration and policy action, the following officers were appointed to carry out assessment. That was, there were 4 officers. Of course, one is Peter Mope, who is the acting director, nursing services, which was the team leader. Simon Oyara, deputy director, health administrative services. Mercy Kawira is a county health medical officer, and then who is actually the team driver. Mr. Speaker, the team was tasked to visit Ulmeri village in Kalakon Ward, Turkana Central constituency, verify the status of the dispensary construction, and prepare detailed report, and detailed statement with supporting evidence. Finding of the status of an Ulmeri dispensary. Current status. The dispensary is 70% complete, with the following items outstanding: completion and installation, fixing of the remaining doors and windows, plastering, smoothing, and painting of the entire block, separation apartments, need sealing to the blocks and plastering, ablution block, septic tanks, and sock pits incomplete. Floor fitting for maternity section. Roofing requires gutters and fascia boards. Plumbing and wiring incomplete. Water reservoirs, mounted storage tanks. Landscaping, bush clearing, and vegetation not done. Concrete waiting bays not erected. Installation of shelves for dispensing area, fencing the facility, solarizing water, the facility where water reserves. Other observations: dilapidated old facility block, degraded staff houses, adequate and reliable running water. Contractor information. Contractor company Kunza and Mila Construction Company Limited. Financial status: total of project cost 8.7 million. Amount paid 6.6 million. Outstanding balance is 2.1 million. Next steps. The department is in consultation with the Department of Economic Planning factor the cost of 2.1 million of contribution is especially in the upcoming supplementary budget. Recommendation. Best, all the findings and urgent health needs of the community. The assessment team makes the following recommendations. 1. Fast track completion. Resolve outstanding financial issues with the contractor. Ensure all pending works are finalized without further delay. Stakeholders engagement. Convene an urgent consultative meeting between the ministry, contractor, treasury, and procurement teams to unlock the resumption of construction. 3. Responding to community needs. That is, prioritize completion of the dispensary to avoid preventable deaths. Address the long trekking distances that residents currently endure to access care. Recognize the community outcry, offer and manage the emergencies resulting from lack of functional facility. Number 4, political and administrative way. The county assembly and ministry leadership should treat Turkana dispensary as a priority health project. Resources should be ring-fenced, timelines shortened, and progress monitored. Variation of the remaining financial balances to adequately complete the remaining works. Provide immediate interim measures. Deploy a temporary outreach medical teams to an preliminary village until the dispensary is operational. To provide essential services and reduce suffering. Number 6, sustainability planning. Prepare for operationalization by planning for adequate staffing, equipping, supply of medicines, and utility connections to ensure the dispensary is functional from day one. Mr. Speaker, I think at the back of this report, you will see some pictures which were actually captured by the team that visited the dispensary. So I think I'm aware that members this report with their gadgets, so you can easily have a look at this, what's happening on those pictures. So, Honorable Speaker, I think that is the brief report of the dispensary, which was requested by my colleague and member of Calacon. So, from the report, you will capture that yes, the dispensary was started, but it did not get complete because of course we are all aware of this is a number of problems that have actually happened across the whole county. That most of our projects that are still incomplete up to today, they are scattered across the county. We have financial issues because projects are started and are never complete because of issues I think known to the department which is charged of all these things we are talking about, all money or funds. So the report is very clear that the dispensary was not completed not because of maybe inability of the contractor to do it, but because some money which I think should have been used to complete the facility was not released. And of course the whole thing is, you know, even currently, Honorable Speaker, most of our projects, even the current last financial year, constructors have refused to go to the ground because they are afraid of starting a project which will never be paid. And it's happening currently across all the dashboards. So the whole thing is about people starting jobs and then they are never paid, and then the remaining amount of money which should usually complete this project, is actually, I don't know where it goes. So maybe I don't know where. So, according to this report, which was actually got from the ground, our project of 2022-2023 should have been started and in use now. I think partly we will not blame the contractor. We have to blame people that handle finances. And because the ministry has actually put some stringent measures on how they have started engaging the Ministry of Planning, Department of Planning and Economic Planning again, where and how they will get this fund so that the contractor goes back on the ground. I think with that, I want to say this report is good, and I think the Honorable Speaker, you will have to allow the member to get Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Member representing Carapol.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want first of all to thank the chairperson for giving his response. Number two, I want to thank the department for taking the initiative of sending the officers the field. And I can confirm from the residents of Cancun that the officers who are confirm the status of Cancun. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the description that has been provided here on the status of that discovery. But looking at the report from the ministry, there is something contradicting between the ministry and the contractor. The information provided by the ministry is that if you look at the executive summary, it shows that the amount that has been received by the contractor is 5.7 million, and the balance is 3 million. And if you look at the information provided by the contractor himself, the contractor confirms that he received 6.6 million, and the balance, the outstanding balance is 2.1 million. However, I agree with the report that has been provided by the ministry that they are going to follow the 2.1 balance, which is held by the contractor. And Mr. Speaker, I wonder what really happens at some point, because our budgets are supposed to be strictly followed. If a project has been budgeted for and the contractor has started his work, now where do this money go to? Because the subject has been partially paid. Where then does the other money go to? Now that we are looking at how we can budget for the 2.1 million, where did the 2.1 million went to? Because it was budgeted for, it's supposed to be strictly followed, and this is why most of the projects are stalled. Now, those are the things we are supposed to ask ourselves, so that we get to know where the risk balances go to. Because our projects are supposed to be finished. Now, if you look at how our people, like the ones in Cancun, are suffering, the nearest dispensary is over 20 kilometers. And now they are forced to hire motorbikes and vehicles to ferry them. And you know the status of our people, all of them are vulnerable. They are not able to take care of themselves. So, Mr. Speaker, I think we should be given timelines for what has been provided here, for the 2.1 million that is supposed to be paid for the contractor, so that the contractor resumes his work, and that's what he's supposed to do. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Epem, for that clarity and concurrence with what is in the report. I now open this discussion, but I give 20 minutes for those that are remaining, so that you can now give those supplementary questions. So time frame 20 minutes. So it's now open. Honorable Tuan.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also rise to contribute to this response to the statement asked by the Honorable President. Honorable Speaker, I thank the Chair for taking up this time to answer these questions. I only have two issues. One, the department is referring to solving this problem, just as the Chair said. They are going to look for where and how to get funding. They have also referred to supplementary budget. To me, Honorable Chair, this has been a trend whereby the departments just tell us there will be consultation. They are depending on the supplementary budget, which is the problem that we have just given in other countries. I think it's always very reasonable that they give us correct answers, not guessing. Because this one is no, when are they going? Where are they sure of putting this in the supplementary budget? They are the ones, especially, they are the ones who even the CC6 in the county executive committee, what do we call it, in the cabinet, where they discuss this. I think, Speaker, it's good that we always get correct answers. If there is no money, we told that there is no money. Another thing that we have also noted is that projects by to be carried out by this department, especially in 2022-2023, I have a common problem. I remember I have a discussion with Katibu Tamira. It was allocated 8.5 million. The contractor was paid everything. The project is not complete. Then you ask the department, they will tell you there is some money the contractor has not been paid. If you use some other means, the contractor was paid and even changed this money. And this department has problems. They did not start yesterday. I even know some very serious things like in records there exists a dispensary called Kekuni dispensary and another one called Katimu dispensary. In records they exist. On the ground they don't exist. And the department has exist. I even know of another dispensary and I hope the Honorable Michael Akale will not feel offended. They also asked me about dispensary at a place called Lohiakwa. And I know Lohiakwa is across the river. And Lohiakwa is a spear, which translates actually to the gun that is there now. Across the river where we have Lohiakwa is where people die every day. And there is no dispensary there. It is required. But when you go to records here, they tell you that there is a dispensary. So, in short, Honorable Speaker, I think the department should just give correct answers, not what the contractor says, contradicting what they have.
Thank you, Honorable Honorable Liu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to appreciate the fact that the chairperson received this information and read it the way it came. Honorable Speaker, I am not an architect nor an engineer, but when the information is not timely, sometimes it disturbs. Honorable Speaker, in the executive summary information, if I read it says, Kanakumeri dispensary was initiated during the 2022 financial year and was expected to be completed and operationalized by now. However, the project remains 70% complete. Now, my interest is the contractor firm Ikunza and Nila Construction Company Limited has received 5.7 million out of 8.7 million construction firm. Now, when you go down, it now says leaving an outstanding balance of 3 million. That is information on the summary. It is the contractor received 5.7
the balance is 3 million. When you go down, Mr. Speaker, to the information of the contractor now, that is information of the contractor now, in each summary says, contracted company, Ikunza and Nina Construction Company Limited, financial status. Total project is this. Amount paid, 6.6. Outstanding balance, 2.1. So now, it becomes glaringly impossible to marry the figures of the executive summary and the information given by the contractor. I really don't know, maybe the committees will come back and explain which figures do we rely on. Is it the figures provided by the contractor's information downwards, or the information at the executive summary, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, again, when you look at the information given that this dispensary is 70% complete, 70% complete, and then you come and say, findings on the status of Nakumeri dispensary. You find a lot of information that has not been complete, things that have not been that are incomplete. That is, one, completing and installation of fixing of remaining doors and windows, plastering, smoothing, and painting of entire block, separation, apartment needs sealing with blocks and plastering, ablution blocks, septic tanks, and soak pits incomplete, floor tiling for maternity section not there, roofing requires gutters and physical boards, plumbing and wiring incomplete, no water reservoir, mounted storage tank, landscaping, bush clearing and beautification, none, not done, concrete waiting bays, not erected, installation of shelves, not there, fencing of the facility, not there. What amounts to 70%, Mr. Speaker, in this one? Now that there is a whole list of incomplete items in the dispensary. So to me, I was thinking that the work done here is at about between 40 and 50%, Mr. Speaker. Maybe the department decided to put 70% because that is what they are paying. So they are just qualifying how they decided to pay 70%, Mr. Speaker. I think when the committee of health services did assembly went there, they were supposed to show us how much was this person supposed to have been paid. Instead of relying on 70% that the department is trying to qualify, we pay 70%. Their findings are telling us otherwise, because there are a lot of things that are not done, not complete, and so on. So if this information is like this, what is the plan of the committee over this? And when we are talking about they will look for this money in the supplementary, I even don't know what, because this is an ongoing project. It's their money should have been committed, it's remaining this, though I don't think it is measurable to say they will be looking for this money, which is to complete this project, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I think the committee is supposed to do some force work, Mr. Speaker, because these people will deserve this facility. These people deserve this facility. And this facility has not gone up to 50%, Mr. Speaker. So we have a lot to be done, and these people need to maybe receive the rightful share, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Honorable Nalimo. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The Speaker is not only the same project, colorful or Latino or Cartoon are affected. The Speaker, we have been budgeting for some projects in the Department of Health. Just to mention, we have a standard activity. The Speaker is project was budgeted for, and the money was removed from the budget. Again, the Speaker, and the standard at Health is the supervisor of the Speaker. It has taken quite some years, a couple of years, without being completed because of the budget and continuously being removed. I don't know whether this money, where this money goes after budget. I have also tried during the supplementary budget of the Speaker to budget on the same. But still, this money has been removed from the Speaker. Even today,
the contractors go to the college and the speaker, they give their work up to the picture, using their own money on the speaker. And because this trend of tenders being not paid, they are completely refused to continue investing in those projects because they end up losing their money without anything on the speaker. So it is just one thing. The mystery is one thing. I don't know what that this money goes after even getting their money for the vote for the speaker to budget. They said. So I don't know what we shall do on the speaker. Maybe you got direct on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also want to comment on the same because before we went for recess, I asked for a question which I directed to the Department of Health through the chair on a project of my own with the same nature for that is Lomopos and Orange dispensaries, and combined it together. Just one question. Mr. Speaker, first of all, I have seen the response from the ministry. And something funny. First of all, I looked at the amount of money spent for the same project given by the contractor and the response given by the ministry. Like the way my colleague has explained, the two are not adding up. There was some bit of variation between the figure which was given by the contractor and the one which was given by the department. Then I was just thinking, I thought maybe there was I was thinking of what my colleague was just saying. Maybe one of them has given us the total amount, including the taxed money. Then the other one gave only the money paid after removing the taxed money. That's why it came to 5.6 or 5.8. But even if it's like that, Mr. Speaker, when we came in, we budgeted for those projects. Even me, the Romobus project, the same financial year like the Kampuni project. And my colleague here has mentioned of another project in Kangaraga by the same contractor. Then Honorable Nalimo is speaking of a project in the same financial year in his ward after even putting money again to the project from the ward money, not now the money from the county government department, from the ward. So, Mr. Speaker, I think we need to agree. We have a problem with the projects which were given to contractors that financial year. Like most of them are not complete. And the report we are getting is from the department. What if we constitute our own team from the assembly, especially the health committee now, and just giving away for on my side, to go around, look at all these projects which were done that particular year, that is when we came in, from all the wards of this county. Then they come with their own report. We see what is exactly happening in this department on the issue of projects which were given that financial year, because it's like we have a cross-cutting problem all over on the projects which were given that particular year. Mr. Speaker, I wonder why these people are speaking of getting money to these projects from the supplementary budget. We are now in the second quarter of this financial year. We are almost moving to the third quarter. When projects of this year alone, we have not seen any artifact of any project. So we are even worried we will move to the third quarter when we have a budget of projects of the last financial. Now we are speaking of 2023, 2024. Then we have the ones for the last financial year. We have the ones for this financial year. We will experience the same problem in the next financial year if we cannot address these issues which are backward, moving forward. So Speaker, I will suggest from my side, if we can use our own assembly committee to give us at least, even if they cannot go to all votes, we do a sample of at least one per sub-county. So that at the end of it all, we at least have a report on our own, not the one from the department, on our own, especially on projects, on dispensaries, which have not been completed in the last three financial years. But being keen with the one of the last one we are discussing about, this one for Kanburumeri, which I also have one in Karatosa, that's Lomoko, which also has one, also has one. And if we give our colleagues time to make contribution here, you will find these projects are all over the country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Malan. Honorable Rebecca.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate the chairperson of the Health Committee for coming with the response from the ministry. Honorable Speaker, the problem raised by Honorable from Caracol is starting across the county. Honorable Speaker, it is long overdue for us as this House members to receive the comprehensive report from the ministries. Why am I saying that? Normally we give a statement and we get an complete answers in this House. Honorable Speaker, as we speak, Turkana County is starting across a problem of projects, problem and complete projects. Either if you can make to testify that it is true, if you ask each of the member elected in this House to mention the project that has not complete, you will find that all of the sub-counties has a problem of incomplete sub-project, Honorable Speaker. I don't know if you are listening to what I'm saying. Thank you. Honorable Speaker.
Go ahead,
Honorable Speaker.
Rebecca.
I don't know if I'll be out. If you serve 2 masters at the door, black and green. I don't know if you are listening what I'm saying. Honorable Speaker, mine is just to ask the committee if they have been assisted the area mentioned. Because if they visit the area, they could have come with the reality information to this House, Honorable Speaker. As we speak, I know the committee have never visited Kalburumeri area to come with their comprehensive report. My advice to the committee that we cannot entertain sitting in this House waiting for the response from the committees, from the ministries. We are supposed to, the committee responsible for the third department, to visit the area to find the right answers. Because the answers were given here is the answers from the executive, not the reality from this House, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the second thing is I want this, when we will start this evolution, we start in 2013. The fact that we gave this House is to visit the area, then you came, the committee come with this participating information, and even we differentiate from the given response from the ministry. Now I say let us make the chance for the committee to go back to get Kalburumeri issues for this county assembly response. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Pai. Honorable Board.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to, I don't know the reason why we say we thank the chair. Why do we thank the chair? And the report here is from the executive, and the committee has not interrogated the report and go to the field and bring the right information so that they differentiate this information from the executive and from the committee. I want to concur with the members that all chairmen, I plead all chairmen, that when you get this response, kindly interrogate the report with your concern, go to the field and get your own, generate your own report. Do not depend on people's report. Just look us up. I want to say thanks all over the chair, but not the big target. Thank you very much.
Pass.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise also to add my voice and contribute towards this important motion. In response to statements, the response given by the Chair of Health in regard to what the Honorable Appel had delivered to this Honorable House some times back, I rise also to make my contributions towards it. One, on status reports. The status report of pulmonary dispensary, which is said to have been completed 70%. Honorable Speaker, these are the response coming from the executive towards the committee then delivered to this Honorable House. It is indeed true that this is the project funded in the year 2023-2024. And this is the report of the financial year 2023-2024, which will be announcing last week in the Committee of Public Accounts and Investment. When we read the status of the project delivered, status reports of the projects done in the financial year 2023, the status report itself contradicts, Honorable Speaker. You see now this written submission delivered to this Honorable House today says this dispensary is 70% complete. And the status report, again delivered in response to the Auditor General queries regarding the status of the entire county of the project coming from different departments. It says this dispensary is 100% complete. It says this dispensary is 100% complete. I have the report in my committee. Meaning, there's a very big contradiction. There is where these people are not doing the right thing. The submissions by the executives are not the right thing to rely on. I think the best report to rely on should come from the implementation, committee on implementation, which we have in this Honorable House. These are the people who are supposed to go to the field, verify these projects, write their reports, and submit to this Honorable House for clear submissions. Honorable Speaker, I see we are lying ourselves. I see we are shooting our people. I see we are not delivering the right thing to our people. Most of the projects, not only in this Department of Health, most of the projects in the entire departments are not complete. Especially projects done in the financial year 2023-2024. We are very soon delivering that report before this Honorable House for contributions. Because we've already done, compiled our reports in regard to the status of all projects. Honorable Speaker, we don't see things done in the right way. Things are not correct. So let's mandate the implementation committee the power to deliver to this Honorable House. What do they need? They need resources to to go and verify this project from the ground. Not relying on the accepted submissions. We'll be lying to our people. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First, I want to acknowledge all my good friends, members who have contributed toward the response. Mr. Speaker, normally, a response is sought by a member to a different committee or that particular committee. And a member, a chairperson of that committee is just like a link between that member and the department. When that happens that way, ours, because they say, I want to do ABCD through this chairperson. So the chairperson is just a carrier. He goes, takes the statement to the department, and then the department goes ahead to prosecute it. To go and get or find the information that was requested by the member. Now, in this case, honorable member, why does a member go for sorting this question? Number one, he does that because he is not contented with what is happening on the ground. And that is happening across all of us, and the department with all of us chair. So in that case, Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Member for Calapan sold that statement because at the status of the facility in his ward, which has not been completed for that period of time, it does not matter whether, Honorable Speaker, it does not matter whether this ABCD amount of money, 2 million, 5, 10 million. The whole objective is the dispensary was not complete. It doesn't matter whether the money was paid to contractor or this amount of money has not been dispensed or not. The key here is why has the dispensary not been completed despite that amount of money? So the contractor, they have been paid less or even more, but has that facility or that project been completed? That is the objective. Now, in that way, visiting a facility or a project by a committee is a mandate that comes immediately after it's a ruling. We do not go there as a committee to make a mutual visit until that thing has been found and discussed like what we are doing now, so that a direction has been sought by through the speaker of the day. So in this way, Honorable Speaker, the figure that was not tallying, the figures of 2023, 5.7, 3, 6.6, 2.1, for me, may not matter a lot. But what matters is that dispensary was started, some money was paid, up to now, nothing has happened. So which means there is a problem, coordination between the ministry and the contractor. And I said in the report, or I said when I was just clarifying a bit, this is a project widespread. This is a problem that is widespread across, as the chairperson for Pick and Pack saying, across all our roads. No one, I think no one up to today knows where does the money that remains go to. I have a dispensary, equally I have a dispensary, this called Africa, which was constructed up to the winter in the same financial year. Up to now, I don't know whether the remaining amount of money went to which place. I don't know. Because the contractor was paid like 3 million, 5 million was remaining, and it never went. I don't know why it went up today. And so, I only have that. I have again allocated more money from my ward for the completion of the same facility, yet some money remains. So this is a problem, Honorable Speaker, and I think honorable members, we just have to wake up and follow up whatever amount of money that usually remains, because who goes to that man? I don't know. It is something we need to. So, Honorable Speaker, the thing is here is the whole objective that I can read the mind of the honorable member was the Kanukumeri dispensary was or is not complete up to now, and it was allocated some money. And the second thing is it's not because it's not complete, so it's not operational. So the intention of the honorable member who actually cited that facility at that place was not met. So that is the whole thing. And so, whether we visit or do not visit, the whole thing is there is money which was not paid, whether less or more. And then the project is not in use. So what was the objective of us or our member having this project at that place? So I want to say, we must accept the fact that our facility, our projects across Turkana County are issues with the amount of money that usually are not paid. And that's where we need to go for. We need to go for that problem. It's a problem that we need to find. It's not only health, even at the education, ECDs. Our ECDs are structures, are issues. Just the same way dispensaries have issues. Our agriculture chambers, they have issues equally with the same way we have problem in education, we have problem in health. Roads, everywhere. So, it's our thing. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I want to say thank you very much, honorable members, for having you reacting to this statement. Now it's upon you, Honorable Speaker, to guide. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, honorable members, for deliberating on an issue that affects all of us. And now, in this case, Kanukumeri is our savior because most of us have been able to identify even those projects that are in the same status as Kanukumeri. Two, even the variance of the money is paid and the money is owed. And it has also come out clearly that there are some projects, imaginary projects, in some of the areas from the same ministry. Now, I direct that this moves from the Ministry of Health, from the Committee on Health to the Committee of Implementation, so that what they will do is they will sample and visit projects down in the year 2022, 2023, 2024, not on health, all the projects that they can be able to sample in that sub-county, so that we get what projects were those, what status are they, so that we can be able to share that report. And that report, we expect in this house, I'm giving that as for 1 month, the committee can do that within a month, so that on 13th November, we have the report, so that we can interrogate. That can be able to help us know, even from those ministries, what happened to the monies Supplementary is done on that same year. Supplementary cannot be done for the year that passed. You know, those are small questions that you don't need magic. So that is so directed. So the Committee on Implementation pick that and let us get the report. So directed. Next. Chair, Education, Sports and Social Protection, statement by Honorable David Report.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity, which we give a response on queries on ECD centers and number of teachers and the carrier delta raised by Honorable Member David Report. Honorable Speaker, I am received of the response which I received yesterday at around 5, and as usual, as a process, the response has to be tabled to the committee, the concerned committee, for scrutiny before it comes to the House. Speaker, I do not know how this response mixed into the House Business Committee before coming through the committee communication. And then the report also, the response, Honorable Speaker, has gone through as issues. It has issues which, of course, needed satisfactory response and clarity from the department. So, as I've already gone through, it has issues.
Chair, are you indicating that that report has not been shared in the committee?
Yes.
Because from where I see, this report has been in your committee for almost a month.
I received yesterday. Yesterday. Fine.
Okay. Then if that is the position, then that report stands dropped, then returned back to the committee, discussed, so that it is again passed through the House Business Committee so that we can.
So, sir, I request that we be given after Tuesday next week.
So Tuesday next week?
Yes, 25.
Okay. Tuesday next week.
Thank you.
Information, Mr. Speaker. Some information, Mr. Speaker.
Information, Honorable.
The information to the Honorable House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for the direction you've given. Because there is a problem all through. Looking at the reports, or not the reports specifically, but the response we received from our departments. Initially, and a few of the honorable members who have been we've had some of us since 2013. Mr. Speaker, initially, it was a custom that when the report is brought, it has to go to the committee. Then the committee look at the report, scrutinize it, and then if the committee sees that the information is not adequate, it's now the committee to further look for enough information from the department or the source in which the leave was asked. So I want to, this is the practice, because like the issue of Tarukul Marine, the statement sought by the honorable member for Calapan. Mr. Speaker, it's only that it never came through some of us. So looking at those figures, the figures were not telling. It means the information was brought right away from the department, how it emanated to HPC, and the HPC has done its work, because once it's there, they know that that is valid, supposed to be taken to the house for consumption. So Mr. Speaker, in the future, I want to request this honorable house, can we embark on what we've been doing? Because initially, the response is brought to the attention of the committee. We look at it. Once we see that the information is not adequate, ours is to tax again the very department to give us enough information. And once it's brought here, then the concern, honorable member who has sought the statement is always gets satisfied. So this habit of the response gets to nowhere, and then the members, as members, we are not informed. We don't know any information. Sometimes when such a silly mistakes are asked, it's become difficult even to the chairperson to respond to these issues. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you because I belong to the Committee of Education, and at the same time I belong to the Committee of Health. When such very silly mistakes are asked, then it means some of us who are those committees are not taking our assignments correctly or strongly. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to ask you that at that time, when the statement, or anything related to that is asked, let us, first of all, when the response is received, we want to look at it, then digest it, then bring a very tangible report to this house. That is what it used to be. So thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Next order.
Order number 8, question time.
Next order.
Order number 9, adjournment.
Honorable members, the questions we ask or statements are there for information for us, and they have to be coherent and giving us the information we require. And as a practice, anything asked for from the executive or within us have to be very substantive and informative. So having said that, as chairs, let's be strict when we get this information. Because some of these reports, you cannot connect. So if they are not connecting to us, what will happen with the rest? So let's begin as chairman, as committees, so that you give us the relevant information. And don't hesitate. If you find that something has gone sneaked into the House Business Committee, be keen to follow it up so that you retrieve from the House Business, so that you can look at it and give us the right information. So having said that, honorable members, having no any other business to transact, this House stands adjourned till tomorrow, Wednesday 15, 2025 at 9 a.m. Thank you, honorable members.
They have to put us better.